Is it recording?
I have no idea, honey. Yeah, it is.
Hi everyone, it's me, Asifa Lahore, and this is my bestie, Sergio. Hey, Sergio.
Hi, Asifa. Hi, internet.
So today's video is all about the new season of RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yes, exciting.
Season 11, baby.
That is a lot of season.
Right, so the run-up to this season has been phenomenal. Like, social media has gone bonkers.
What I have been loving is that, you know, mainstream media has kind of got along with it, and, you know, you see all these videos and, you know, these promos, and it's just so good to see.
I'm so glad the show has gone mainstream. It's about time, and I'm so glad that UK media is reporting about it.
Have they?
Telegraph, Guardian,
yes.
Express.
Well, you know, because we have, drumroll,
we've got Drag Race UK coming up later this year.
Way. But let's get down to it. Season 11, what did we think?
So, as we know, this year's season is going to be the biggest ever. 15 queens, Sergio.
That is a lot of queens. You know, when I first heard the number, my initial feeling went to VH1 is milking this cow for all it's worth.
Well, it's getting a lot of ratings, obviously, on VH1, and they want to basically...
chugging those others. Sorry, my fear is that we could, and I hate to say this, but we could just overkill it. I love that there is, you know, Drag Race one after the other, but I do fear that we might get to a point where we might just become exhausted by it all.
I don't think we will. There's obviously a hunger for it, there's obviously a need for it, and there's obviously an audience for it. So, you know, season 11, bring it on. Bigger, the better, the better. So, shall we talk about the entrances?
Yes, let's do it.
So, first in is Vanjie. Miss Vanjie.
She was amazing.
I'll be honest, I didn't like her entrance look that much. It was a bit simple and red.
No, I quite liked it. There was like this whole dominatrix feel to it. The stockings. No, I really liked it.
I'm glad she's come back. I thought it was quite funny that she hid.
Yeah, no, I really liked that. Again, I think she made such an impact from season 10, you know, that viral slogan that went everywhere. For those 10, 15 minutes that she was on national television, she was just so lovable.
Honey, she killed it.
Killed it.
She absolutely killed it. What queens stand out for you in their entrance looks?
Plastic Tiara.
You love Plastic Tiara.
I love Plastic Tiara. Because she's fish. No, not just because she's fish. But there's, you know, she's so young, but there's an assuredness to her. There's an
she's
elegance.
Polished.
There's refinement. She is polished.
She's polished.
Who else did I like?
Okay, I love Brooklyn Heights. Love Brooklyn Heights.
Because she's fit as a boy, or because
she's fit as a boy. I would lick him out to anything. By the way, in terms of lickability, I would lick out Plastic Tiara, I would lick out Brooklyn Heights, and I would lick out...
Kahana Montrese? You would go there.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, you would.
No, not my type.
Really?
Let's stick to Plastic and let's stick to Brooklyn Heights for now. Oh, and Scarlett. Scarlett would get licked out. Do you think Scarlett's hairy down there, or do you think Scarlett is a bit smooth down there?
I think she's come across waxing.
Oh, okay, fine.
No, I really liked her aesthetic as a queen was stunning. You know, it's a bit left of centre, and there was just charm. You know, like, we can't forget that RuPaul's Drag Race, apart, you know, from being a celebration of drag queens, it's also reality television.
Yes. And
those that come out and just, you know, really just have character that just win me over straight away. Like Mercedes Amon.
Oh, Mercedes was stunning. What I loved about her was, obviously from the trailers and all the media coverage, we know she's the first Muslim, you know, contestant on Drag Race history. But what I loved about her, she came looking stunning. Like, I have to say, these queens, their entrance looks are...
She looked amazing.
They're amazing. They're like runway worthy. That's how amazing the entrance looks are this season.
Body.
But she came in... literally, you know, doing the African call, the escalating. Shall we do it?
I can't do it.
Honey, she killed it.
I think your neighbours are looking in.
Oh, their neighbours are looking in. Hi. But that was amazing. I loved Mercedes.
I love what she represents. I love that she's so unashamedly African and proud. So I really enjoyed that, and I really liked the look. Who else did I like?
Talking of left of field, you loved Evie.
I loved Evie in the little car. We're so used to drag to be packaged in a certain way, and here she was just being herself.
So different. Yeah.
And it's refreshing.
And I think it will actually go in her favour in the rest of the season.
And again, has such personality.
Yes. Okay, one queen that stuck out for me, Silky Nutmeg Ganache.
Oh, I'd take a bite of that cake.
Oh, honey. Okay, so, Sergio, you know this for obvious reasons. I have a thing for plus-size queens. I love plus-size queens. Come on, you've got an Asian fetish.
Obsession, yeah.
Asian queen fetish.
Yeah.
I've got a plus-size queen fetish. And, I mean, come on. 21 years of best friends.
Is that what it comes down to? What Asian man thing? There you go.
There you go. So, literally, what I love about Silky Nutmeg Ganache, from the onset, comes in, takes charge, looks stunning.
Yes.
Is literally showing body. And let's be honest, most plus-size queens do not show body from the word go.
No.
Or are apprehensive for obvious reasons. But I like the fact that she's confident.
And it kind of just goes towards this whole idea that, you know, the body beautiful. You could be whatever size you want and still be amazing. And I love that she's doing that. And that she, you know, she made a point of showing flesh.
Yes.
And there was just, you know, such energy there and such swagger. I enjoyed it.
We love swaggers.
She's juicy.
Okay, who did you not like entrance-wise?
I didn't like Kahana Montrese. She has an amazing body as a guy, obviously. But, I don't know, it was too masculine for that outfit.
Yeah, I don't think the silhouette was right.
No, it wasn't. You know, she could have, you know, feminized herself. I think we're just so used to queens who really get the proportions right.
Yes.
And, I don't know, there was just something missing for me.
She needs to get the proportionized... She needs to get the I can't say that word! Proportionizing better.
Oh, there you go. Well, a made-up word there to begin with.
Well, there you go.
The shoulders, it looks like she's been lifting weights.
Yes.
And then, you know, that, like... ripped out. No, it didn't work for me.
It didn't work.
And that shoe, honey.
No. What did you think of Soju?
Loved Soju. So apparently, she's a Taekwondo black belt, and that's, you know, an ode to
Korean heritage.
I loved it. It didn't give me Elvis vibes anyway. I've seen that auntie down, you know, the Asian supermarket.
Oh, have
that
you?
hair. Oh, she was stunning. Who didn't I like?
One thing I have to say, all the queens were polished. Like, it was... I know some were much more polished than others, but there wasn't... I didn't feel there was anyone that was bad.
No.
But there were...
I think we are nitpicking here. I'd say Raja's and Kahana's were my least favourite outfits.
Yes. I love Brooklyn Heights, but more for the boy than the entrance look. The entrance look was just standard.
Yeah, I quite liked it. Again, I think what Scarlett said, you know, kind of rang home. You know, she was stunning, beautiful, but kind of seen it before.
Are there any queens you would lick out?
Not really. I just want to look at them and pat their hair.
Right, so let's move on to the mini challenge. So Rue comes in.
What was she wearing?
Standard suit.
Yes. She looked good.
She looked good, though. RuPaul always looks good, honey, let's be honest.
So, the mini challenge was a photo shoot with the previous contestant.
Yes, and when RuPaul was explaining this, you saw all the queens in a line, and honey, 15 queens in a line.
That is a lot of queens. Now, let's just go through our favourites. Silky killed it with Mariah.
I love Mariah as a queen, and I think her and Silky together just had this fusion and this energy about them that just worked.
That's a queen that needs to come back for All Stars. I love her then, I love her now.
Yeah.
But so for no shade.
She just wants to get paid!
Oh, favourite ever line.
Evie and Adore worked really well.
Yes, they were really good. There's just such an energy about Evie and just, I don't know, off kilter. I really liked it.
I liked Scarlett and Raja.
Scarlett and Raja, yeah, that was amazing. And Raja is, you know, is the original supermodel when it comes to Drag Race. Just
Amen.
Who didn't we enjoy?
A lot of the queens in that challenge, I'll be honest, because there's so many queens, they sort of passed me by in the mini challenge.
Yeah, that is true. I'm here trying to rack my brain into queens that I liked, queens I didn't like. But those that I mentioned were my favourites.
Yes. I'll tell you who I did like in the mini challenges. The queens that they brought back.
Yes.
There were a few surprises, like Kimora Black.
Oh, yes. Mariah. It was good to see Delta again. That was a queen again. You know how... what a special place she has in my heart. But I kind of wish that Mercedes, who was, you know, performing opposite Delta, would kind of, you know... She seemed a bit lost. A bit apprehensive about...
Yeah, she didn't take charge.
Herself. Yeah.
And for a Mercedes, honey, you need to be in charge.
Yeah, the others... I can't really think of anyone that I didn't like. I just... don't really remember them.
So Silky, Nutmeg Ganache, wins the mini challenge.
Yeah, she does. That was deserved.
Very deserved.
Very deserved. You know, she orchestrated that whole thing. There was a story. And she looked amazing.
And then because of that, we move on to the main challenge where Silky assigns a trunk full of clothes from a previous contestant from a previous season to a season 11 queen.
Yeah, and I think the whole premise was they had to take those garments and, you know, whatever, and create something that suited their personality.
Exactly.
Inspired by the previous contestant.
Exactly.
Right?
So it wasn't about mimicking a previous contestant, it was just taking their fabrics, their inspiration, and making it your own.
And I think she was fair. She just kind of went with, you know, what she felt would suit each person.
Yes.
And I don't think she tried to throw anyone under the bus.
No.
Or trying to be, you know, shady.
She created a level playing field, actually, by pairing someone's personality with a past queen.
Yeah.
It just played out really well.
Yeah, but then she did the whole, you know, Latino on Latina, Asian on Asian.
But it worked.
Yeah.
I mean, it went with the theme of the challenge. It went with previous contestants. I mean...
No, it worked.
It worked. It worked really well. Okay, and then the queens come back from the mini challenge. They're assigned their trunks. And then they basically start sewing and de-dragging.
I kind of felt for Nina West, you know, especially knowing that she's tried so many times to get onto that show.
She's auditioned 9 times.
9 times. Pardon me. To get to that...
You've been pardoned.
Oh, thank you. To get to that point and then to realise, you know what, I'm not as prepared as I thought I was.
Yeah.
And that must be, you know, such a painful moment, especially when you've been after something for so long.
Of course, of course. But
I
then,
kind of felt for her then.
But then, girls, that's what it's all about. If you're going to audition for the show, be prepared.
So, straight from the onset, Brooklyn had it going. She seemed to know what she was doing.
Yes. Actually, a lot of the queens knew what they were doing. Plastic Tiara seemed to know what she was doing. Silky Ganache certainly knew what she was doing.
Well, she was doing everything but the challenge.
Exactly, exactly.
She was just, you know, having her own little show.
I've got a soft spot for Silky Ganache. And I quite loved it.
She has personality and...
One sec, let me just make sure this is still recording. And it is, yes.
She has personality. And let's not forget, it is a television programme. And all the other queens, you know, when they were, you know, bad-mouthing her, it was simply because they were like, she's eating into our screen time.
Of course.
Anyway,
honey, if you're on a reality TV show, you make your own screen time. You just go in there and do it. And Silky did that. Stop bitching.
Well, exactly. Straight from the outset, you know, I kind of liked what Soju was envisioning, you know, especially with the Empire line, I think it is.
And her Korean heritage as
Korean
well.
heritage. Because
Again,
I think we got so infatuated with, you know, Western silhouettes that we kind of forget that in the East, they aren't so defined by that shape.
Sure.
So I like that she was representing that.
Which is great. My concern was she was looking not to cinch, and she wasn't looking to pad either. And I think with that onset, she was destined
to be in the bottom.
For
me, all I can think about is Silky Nutmeg.
I think Silky just so dominated that whole sequence of the main challenge that you kind of forget about everyone else. Oh, obviously Miley Cyrus coming in drag into the studio.
Yes.
That's a big moment. Let's talk about that.
That was amazing. And, you know, she's been a fan of the show for years.
Years.
To see someone who, you know, like, a lot of people, you know, respect, and someone who's such a, you know, a big celebrity, to, you know, to kind of be part of, like, you know, the fandom in the same way that we are, kind of, it just adds this element to it. And you saw how excited she was to go back there and just hang out with the queens. What did you think of when Silky clocked her out?
I thought that was very clever of Silky. Not only was Silky stealing all the screen time, supposedly, she also clocked Miley Cyrus and literally just owned it. I love the fact that she just went in, got a hold of her, put her on her back and just kind of rolled her all around. and did you see how, like, you know, Nina West and other queens just couldn't get a hold of Miley Cyrus?
But I think that was more down, you know, for personal, you know, reasons, like, you know, she's hogging the limelight, what about me? You know, you kind of start to think, you know, are people playing the game?
I think it's also down to editing and production. Like,
of course.
It's so produced.
You can't deny it.
And we love that. I mean, I love the fact that it's so produced.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the judging panel.
Rupaul comes out looking...
That dress is a choice.
She looked like a fancy tea cozy. It was a look.
Can I just say her face and her hair looked stunned?
It
was just a dress I didn't like.
Michelle looks amazing.
Very femme. Very fish.
Well, she is super fish.
She's a biological woman, but she's been known in the past to drag up a bit too much.
Yes, but she looks really good. I love Carson and Ross. And then we had Miley.
And then we had Miley, who I have to say was a fabulous judge. Now let's move on to the runway looks.
Let's focus on the ones that we did like.
Vanjie killed it.
Vanjie was amazing. She looked like, you know, the personification of the dancing emoji.
Yes.
She looked amazing. I love Plastic Tiara.
Plastique Tiara essentially did her entrance look with that
just
fabric.
in a different fabric.
Yeah.
But it worked and it was an amazing silhouette.
Yeah.
And she looked beautiful.
Brooklyn Heights, an amazing look. And I thought,
well constructed.
What I loved about Brooklyn Heights was she showed her own personality through that, but at the same time, I saw that it was detox inspired.
Yeah, the colour choice was very detox.
It was detox inspired, definitely.
It was beautiful. I loved Silky.
Because there's so many queens, they just blur into one, don't they?
Into one. I'm trying to like literally think of the ones that I liked, the ones that I didn't like. Kahana Montrese. She looked like a $2 bit whore. Just one titty out, a bit of fabric. I would not throw coins at her.
No, I don't think she came to play. What did you think of Soju?
I quite liked what she was going for. Was it as executed as it probably could, perhaps?
Okay, so the queens go away and the judges deliberate. I thought Miley was very quick, snappy and witty.
Ross was amazing with all his one-liners here and there. I kind of agree with what they said. I agree with the tops and the bottoms.
Oh, do you now? I agree with tops and bottoms.
Always.
Yes.
Yeah, I agreed with the tops. I think Brooklyn was amazing. I think Plastique was really good. The bottom three were Soju, Mercedes Iman Diamond, and Kahana Montrese.
Do you think that was fair?
As much as I love Mercedes, that was a special look. It was just...
For me, it wasn't necessarily about the look. It was just... She didn't show personality in her walk. She didn't show personality on the runway. So, the bottom two ended up being Soju and Kahana Montrese.
Yes.
Very deserved, I thought.
Yes, and the song was a Hannah Montana song.
It was. Best of two worlds?
Best of both worlds.
Something about two worlds.
Yeah, something about two worlds. I thought they both really performed it.
Did you like the lip sync? Oh, let me just see who that is. 1 second. Hey. How are you? Thank you. I'm just recording something. Oh, thank you. It was a handsome stranger who came bearing gifts.
I love one. Oh! Three Wise Men, I like it.
Yes.
So what did you think of the lip sync?
I thought the lip sync was very, very strong. I'll be honest with you. I wasn't expecting that much from Soju. And I actually thought that she owned that lip sync.
I kind of felt for her, you know, she was like fumbling about with all that fabric.
But even though she had a lot of fabric, she made it work. Like it was a very stationary performance, but there was a lot of movement there. There was a lot of this. There was a lot of
levels, yeah.
What did you think of Kahana Montrese in the lip sync? I'll be honest, she was just there for me.
You know, and again, being Coco's daughter, you would expect her to be a good lip syncer, but I wasn't blown away.
Well, obviously, RuPaul ends up eliminating Soju. And keeping Kahana Montrese. I felt that was the wrong decision. What do you think?
I would have kept Soju.
Would I go and see a Soju show? Yes. Over Kahana any day.
Yes. No, I would too. But again, if we base it on the lip sync, do you agree that Kahana won that lip sync? Or do you not?
No, I think maybe because Soju got more screen time in that lip sync, maybe. But I just felt that Soju was better. But oh well. RuPaul chose to eliminate Soju, and Soju becomes the first queen to sashay away from season 11.
Yeah, I kind of felt for her.
What are your hopes for the rest of the season?
My hopes and dreams. I really just want world peace.
You want world peace?
That's what I want.
World drag peace.
Standouts for me right now are Silky, Plastic Tiara,
Vanjie,
yeah,
and Brooklyn Heights.
Those would be my top four.
I think they're my top four as well. I'd probably add in Scarlett to that, but do I think she's going to be top 5? I don't think so.
If you had to choose a winner, who would you give it to?
Oh, that's tough. I think if I was going for the all-round package, I would say Silky Nutmeg Ganache.
I would give it to Vanjie.
I think the next few episodes we will see what happens.
See where it goes.
I definitely think some of the queens, there needs to be 1 or 2, maybe even 3 double eliminations, because there's a lot of queens and I just want to get rid of all the filler queens.
That is my fear, that, you know, I want to remember them, I want to enjoy them, and I want each queen to, like, to really have their moment. And the fact that, you know, we just did this and there are some queens that I'm sure we didn't even mention once.
No, but then that says it all.
Yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes. I'm excited to see what happens next week. But in all, it was an amazing opening.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Any last words you'd like to say to people?
Say that again? Wait, no.
So join us next week for our review of episode 2 of season 11. RuPaul's Drag Race.
I am so excited. Bye.
Bye.
See you. Bye.
See you. Bye.